Hey everyone, for today's video, I thought that I would do like a quick fun video. I don't have these products to show to you guys, but I wrote down perfumes that I have completely emptied out. So I want to share those with you guys. I do have quite a few, so I think I'm gonna do this as part one. And if you guys like this video, I would do a part two because I do have a pretty big list. So I am very excited to share those perfumes because as a content creator that talks about perfumes all the time, it is very hard for me to actually go through an entire bottle of perfume. It takes me forever. So if I finish a bottle, to me that's like, whoa, that means I enjoyed that perfume, even though there are some that maybe I didn't enjoy like completely, but I just wanted to finish them up. So I'm gonna let you guys know about that, describe the scent a little bit to you, and hopefully you guys enjoy this video. So if you would like to see the fragrances that I have completely used up in the past, just keep on watching. All right, so before I jump right into it, I just wanted to let you guys know these don't necessarily have to be right now. They could be like from the past, maybe fragrances that I've had like multiple of. Like I said, it's hard to finish up perfume bottles for me since I constantly am reviewing perfumes, but I do try to use them as much as I can. So today I'm going to talk about those fragrances. And the first one is going to be Glossier You. I'm going to put pictures on the screen, give you guys information. So Glossier You was actually not an all-time favorite. I just finished it because I remember I kept testing it and testing it. Some days it would smell amazing. Other days that pepper would drive me nuts. I kind of had like a back and forth with that one. And by the time that I finally decided, I'm not that crazy about it, it was already literally like more than halfway done. So I just decided to finish it up. But I do prefer the Seven Virtues Amber Vanilla. Once that one came into my life, it was like, bye Glossier You, I don't want you. But Glossier You is not bad. It's not bad at all. It's a very nice scent. The thing is that my skin likes to just pull certain notes, and the pink pepper in this fragrance was very, very strong for me, especially in the opening. So this fragrance has iris, pink pepper, ambroxan, and ambrette. When it comes to the other notes, those are some of my all-time favorite notes. So iris gives fragrances a little bit of a powdery touch. Ambroxan to me is what gives like that second skin, musky, airy type of vibe to a perfume. So the only thing in that fragrance that I was just like, I'm not a fan is the pink pepper. But it's a second skin type of scent. It's soft, but it's noticeable, and it's perfect for every day. Perfect for jeans and t-shirts, sneakers. It's just a very you but better type of perfume. It's not offensive. It's perfect, I think, for people who work in places where they need to be careful what fragrances they wear. I would suggest that fragrance. So that is the first one that I went through a complete bottle of. Next perfume is one that I've actually gone through 2 or 3 bottles. So I think I'm currently on my 3rd or my 4th. I love this perfume. I love it for spring and for summertime. It is a must-have, and I want to get myself a big bottle because I'm not sure if it will eventually get discontinued, but maybe if we just buy a lot of it, maybe they will just keep it around because I absolutely adore this fragrance. And this one is like shampoo-y vibes, but then you're in the ocean, you're getting like the ocean air, but you're also getting the most realistic pear that you will ever smell in a perfume if you pick it up. But that is Giorgio Armani Ocean di Gioia. That perfume is so good. Like every time that I wear that perfume, I'm just like in love, in love. I fall in love every time that I put it on. It's a very fresh perfume. It does have a little bit of white florals, but to me, it's definitely the pear. The pear feels so realistic in that perfume. It also has citruses. It has a little bit of salt. I don't pick up the rose in that fragrance. It's musky for sure. That fragrance to me always reminds me of just coming back from my grandpa's boat. He had a boat when we were little in Puerto Rico. We would go camp on the little islands away from Puerto Rico. We would spend a whole weekend camping on a little tiny island. I have just so many beautiful memories of that, and it just reminds me of coming back from that. Which, imagine camping in a little island where our showers were very quick because we used like those portable showers. So by the time that you got back, you were just dying to take like a good shower with really nice shampoo. And since we were out there for the weekend, I feel like everything just smelled so much like brighter and beautiful. So that's what that perfume reminds me of. Just shampoo-y vibe, but ocean breeze, out in the ocean, fresh, ozonic almost, with a little bit of that pair. It's fantastic. I love it so, so much. I definitely recommend it. So that is another one that I went through multiple bottles of. Next up, we have one that is unfortunately, I don't know if it's discontinued. It's really hard to find. I am actually on my second bottle of it. I use it very slowly. I bring this one out mainly in fall because it gives very like cozy, sexy gourmand vibes. It has a gourmand touch to it, but it's my favorite type of gourmand where it's gourmand, but it still smells sexy and it still smells like a perfume. And that is Britney Spears' Private Show. That is one of the best perfumes that I feel has been released from Britney Spears' perfume line. This fragrance is definitely sweet. There's coffee in it. You feel the coffee, but the coffee doesn't overpower the fragrance. It just adds a little touch to it, kind of grounds it. It has whipped cream, so it's kind of like lactonic. It's creamy. It is a little musky. It just feels like cozy, warm, like perfect for watching movies on a fall day, wearing a cute sweater, and you want to smell like cozy and warm but sexy. Private Show is beautiful, but unfortunately it's just so hard to find now because I think they discontinued it. Ooh, this next one was such a good one, and I only had one bottle and I never repurchased it, but I have been thinking about it. I just don't know if I want to get it or not again. But this is definitely for us, the shampoo-y scent sisters, the ones that love to smell girly and flirty and juicy and just like you just took the best shower of your life and you did hair mask. You're pretty much like a brand new woman, that type of scent. And this one is from the Dolce & Gabbana Dolce line, and it is the rose one, not the one that it comes in the frosted glass bottle. That one was older. I'm talking about, I think they released this one like 2021 or 2022, somewhere around there. And I bought a 1-ounce bottle of it. I wish I would have got a bigger bottle. I went through that thing. I finished it in Puerto Rico, and this one is fruity and the rose is not strong at all. It's kind of more like in the background. It's definitely more of like a fruity, fresh, juicy type of scent, and it has notes of green apple. It has mandarin orange, there's peach and magnolia as the floral, which you don't really pick up too much, but magnolia to me is not too sharp most of the time. And there's even red currant in this one, which is shocking because I'm usually picky with those types of notes, but so good, so beautiful and fresh and juicy. And it's definitely one that I would probably bring back to my collection one day for sure. All right, so this next one I also finished, but I did not bring back. And the more I think about it, it makes me want to bring it back. This one is Giorgio Armani Terra di Gioia. And what a beautiful perfume. That one I would recommend for my almond lovers. Those of you who love nutty perfumes, it feels a little more, I don't want to say natural, but it just doesn't have loud florals. Now there is jasmine in there. This fragrance is probably one of the few fragrances where I pick up on jasmine, but it doesn't bother me. Like it smells, I don't know if it's the nuttiness that kind of smooths out the sharpness that I usually get from jasmine. There is also pear in the opening, and my favorite, bergamot. It adds like this sparkly opening or fresh opening, and it's just beautiful. And in the base, there is amberwood, which I've noticed that I really love perfumes with amberwood. I cannot even tell you specifically how that smells, but I have noticed that many times when I fall in love with a perfume, I have seen that note a lot. And also moss. I really have been liking those in fragrances. This one is just perfect for those of you who love nutty, a little powdery almond fragrances, but it still has a little bit of floral in there as well. The next fragrance that I finished up is Ralph Lauren Beyond Romance. Oh my God, what a beautiful scent. I feel like talking about these is making me want to bring them back into my collection, but this one is definitely for the fruity girls. Again, fruity floral, you know, that's pretty much, I got into like a gourmand kind of like patch there, but I think if I had to pick a scent DNA that I love or that I go to the most, it would be fruity floral. It's kind of just what I've loved like the most over the years. This one's definitely fruity. There's a sweetness in this perfume. It's beautiful. By the way, I'm sorry, I try not to address these types of comments, but lately, what is up with people? I had someone tell me, you and your sweet perfumes, that's all you like. What the heck? What are you on my channel for? Do you think that I'm going to like every single fragrance? I'm not. And I'm not going to talk about niche perfumes if I don't like those perfumes. People want to force you to like what they like, and we have to remember that perfumes are very personal. I'm sharing what I love, and whoever relates to it, it's awesome. And sometimes you just like to hear what people like, and you don't have to get offended. I feel like I've been getting way more people that are getting offended because I don't like what everyone else likes. I'm trying to kind of cater to my girls that are a little bit more sensitive, that like skin musky, like second skin types of scents, fruity florals, because I feel like they don't get talked about enough. And I think that I want to make that space for us. If you prefer strong, I mean, someone even told me that I had bad taste in fragrance, that other reviewers who had like a more elevated taste. I was just like, girl, what the heck? Like, if I don't want to smell like a farm because that's what those elevated perfumes smell like to me, I'm not going to walk around smelling like a farm. And we all have to respect each other, and we all have to just have fun with it. It is freaking perfume. And like the saying in Spanish goes, para los gustos, los colores, which means there's a freaking color for everyone to like. We all could like different things, and we don't have to offend other people. I'm sorry I had to go on that little rant because it's been getting a little annoying. And I don't reply, but come on, like the fragrance community can be a little toxic sometimes, and it takes the fun away from it. Find someone who you relate to and watch their reviews. And I love all my fragrance girls. I support them. I watch them. I'm kind of more of a silent viewer, but I'm always hitting those likes. So even if I don't like the fragrances that they're talking about. But anyways, Beyond Romance has raspberry, again, bergamot. It has mandarin. It has rose, which the rose is not one of those scary roses, the very nice rose. There's vanilla, cashmere, lily of the valley, which is not too screechy or loud. It's a beautiful, musky, fruity, floral scent. Very sweet as well. It has like this sweetness that is just perfect for someone who maybe like a teenager who's transitioning from teen to woman, and they still like the sweet, but they want something that's a little like not so juvenile. That one's beautiful. Beyond Romance is beautiful. All right, this last one that I'm gonna talk about, we will leave the rest for another video if you like it. This was a limited edition fragrance, and this was one of my favorite Daisy Love fragrances. I wish that I can find it on discounted websites, but Marc Jacobs Daisy Love Skies. From the minute I sprayed that perfume in Puerto Rico, I felt it was love at first sniff, and I finished every drop of that perfume. What a beautiful perfume. There was something in there that just made your mouth water. It is like a very sweet, fruity perfume, but listen to these notes so you can see what I mean. The dry down reminds me of like the dry down in Ariana Grande's fragrances, that mossy, woody, my dogs are going at it, that woody, mossy dry down. But in the opening you have salt, cloudberry, and raspberry, which you definitely get. And that little touch of salt took it from being juvenile and just kind of gave it a little something. And then there's whipped cream and Brett and Daisy in the mid, and Brett and whipped cream are just, I love those notes. And then moss, white woods, and amber. There was just something about that perfume that I just can't describe. I think I'm gonna bring it back, honestly. If I could find it at like a fragrance net or something like that, I'll definitely bring it into my collection again, because it was just amazing. It's like a mossy, a little salty, there is fruitiness in there, there's definitely sweetness in there. It's just so good. So I definitely am gonna check if that one is available anywhere. Maybe even on MERCARI they might have it. That is it for today's video. Those are some of the fragrances that I have completely used up. I want to know, what are the fragrances that you have completely used up, that you continuously buy, or that you want to buy again? And with that said, thank you so much for watching today's video. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Don't forget to thumbs up. And with that said, I will see you guys in my next video. Keep my conscience clear, that's why I'm so magnetic. And it felt as if I finessed it. Take my pen and write some love letters to heaven.